Welcome, welcome to Luo Yi's channel. We're gonna dive deep today on a couple of interesting sort of points and topics. So sit back, relax, and pay attention. Be attentive to the words that I say, and receive the transmission. This is I'm trying to impart something that is valuable to you, and I believe that you can take from it what you will. However, it's going to, bring about maybe some interesting questions within yourself, and the people around you give you a topic that you can talk to others about. But first, I just want to say, that a lot can be said for the show X Factor, right? So you remember the show X Factor? Well, you see, we all have an X factor, right? And are we cultivating our own personal X factor? Are we are we are we yeah? Are we going to? Do we have the edge? Have we got the X in life? Have we got the power? Have we got the that point of that wonderful streak through our personality? That is everything. That is power. That is potential. That is extremism, perhaps, but not quite extremism. It's the extraordinary flair that is possible to have. The extraordinary flair in life. My question. My question is, do you need it? What is wrong with ordinary? Being ordinary, it really isn't that bad. And the deeper it comes to me, the deeper you adventure down the path of ordinary, eventually you're going to come to a point where you're only one thing away from extraordinary. You see, if you simplify, the more you simplify a room and empty it into like a minimalist kind of style, you put one thing in that room, bang, the less clutter, and you turn around and you see something. Could it be like a pot plant, a picture on the wall, or just something in that room, that bare empty room? You put something in it, bang, it pops. It's like that's the explosive element of that room. So the more I simplify myself as a person and empty my room, I put the one thing in it, bang, we got something. We got attention. We're looking at it, it's like, wow, okay, I see what's going on here. No worries. And I could deepen that analogy by saying, the next thing that comes to mind is to replace your feature. Replace your feature. So your feature that was that picture of that wall, on the wall, the picture on the wall, or that plant in the corner, does it serve its purpose for a period of time, and then you're able to replace it, into something else? And so this is your life, right? Simplified and cruisy, and everything's all sorted out. And you've got your one hobby, your one point of focus, you've got your one orientation, maybe. And people know you for that. And maybe it's not there forever. Maybe you will cycle it and find a new, like a crow, you'll find something shiny. You'll gravitate towards that next thing. Your staple piece, you see. This is a good analogy. Yeah, it's a good way to see it. So simplicity, right? A lot can be said for simplicity, and how complex it is, and how, basically what gets me in my life is I like the concept of preserving what I have, and preventing things going wrong. And I once built uh, 24 sacred P's. They stand for the P for petal. A petal as in a lotus petal. It's 24 P's make the flower, you see, and the flower grows from the mud. And the mud is your struggle in life, your density, your inability to move forward and cut through the grease that makes up who you are. And this is the alchemical process of the journey, if you follow me. So what happens here is basically with the P's, the 24 P's. So some of them, I'm not going to list them all right now, but some of them, you know, you've got your prevention. Yes, you know, I like peace is number one. Peace is my favorite. I get everything done, and then I follow the Chinese principle of Ziran, which means, you know, it's not overextending yourself. It's to have everything that needs done and return to a resting state, perhaps, you know, is to also apply the most minimal effort needed to do the exact right thing. You see, that's the key principle. The heavens and the earth, and it all follows this principle. So maybe it just comes naturally, but to be aware of it is pretty key. But yeah, so we went on a bit of a tangent there, right? But you still following? Good. Follow. So the next thing, you know, yeah, preserve what you have in life. What have you got, and how? It's important to like prioritize. Is not really one of my P's, but yes, it should be, and that is it could be number one almost to prioritize the rest of the P's in accordance. I mean, I built these sacred P's, like people, places, priorities. Yes, I now add that. You know, prevention, preservation, philosophical, you know, progress. Your I frame it that way because it's a mindfulness. It's a meditative thing that I have been focusing on is to have these P's. I have also got the A's. I'm working on A's as well, but yeah. So make progress in life. You know, prevent disasters. That's a human thing to do. Don't you know? Don't do disastrous behavior that robs you of you know, some disastrous behavior can rob you of your ability to prioritize the important things in life. And as you simplify your life, yes, your staple piece will become prominent, you see. You're prominent. So there we have it. You know, there's some philosophy right there. And like I always say this, you know, it's navigation through life's moments is pretty key. And but yeah, simplicity, you know, simplicity is an ordinary and simplicity. Why not cultivate these things? Or if it's in attempting to achieve everything, you achieve nothing. And sometimes this is the way. In attempting to gain everything, you lose everything. So if your room is simplified, it becomes amazing. How does this work? Like, it's the empty space that can make up a beautiful area. The bigger the empty space, the less stuff there is, the more beautiful it can become. This is just a bit of a rant, and I hope you followed all of it. You know, this is a philosophy with Roy. This is my second video as you know, making this content, the style, and I look forward to working with you in the future. Come back, follow me for more information, more puzzles. Let's work through puzzles together, me and my YouTube community, and yeah, puzzles with Roy, number 4, puzzles and planning. So create a list, you know, things like I look at mindfulness. It's not so much the mindfulness, it's more meditative practice. they're puzzles, right? And to work out the puzzles can be fun. To, if you've got nothing to do in life that's pressing, you're able to puzzle your way through valuable puzzles, practical and valuable puzzles that are applicable and can be applied to your life. You know, time just sitting is a wasted time, right? Comes back to productivity and the principle of productivity. You know, are you a productive person, or I struggle with allowing unproductive behavior, and I think that I've always got to go and get stuff done. And I'm not knocking productivity, and I'm not knocking unproductive behavior. I'm just saying that it's something deep down inside me. I don't want to settle for less. I don't. I sure I'm or may perhaps be ordinary, but I don't want to settle for mundane. I, I still want to push. You know, it's important to push in life, and don't settle for less. Don't settle for mundane. Be exemplary in everything that you do. It's important to push along and make it through this world. Make it through alive. Don't just survive it. This is another thing. Don't survive life. Thrive. Don't survive. Thrive. Make your environment great. Make yourself great again. And have a wonderful day. God bless.